Hi, it's Beth at West Coast Wool, and today I'm going to talk to you about my newest stitch along, Leaf the Week Behind. This is a free stitch along for 2025 in which I post a new embroidered leaf that you can stitch along with me. Every Saturday I post a new leaf on Instagram, and there's a private Facebook group that you can join. And also, if you sign up for my newsletter on my website, you can get the instructions for the leaves there, and we'll post all the links down below. For those of you that need a little bit more guidance, I've created a starter pattern and kit that you can get on the website. The pattern comes with the tree trunk and some templates for some leaves, but I do encourage all of you to freehand cut your leaves to make them very unique, but you don't have to if you get the pattern. Now, you don't have to do a tree, you can do a sampler, you can do anything you like. If you join the Facebook group, you'll see lots of other stitchers doing their own thing. And I encourage you to dive into your thread stash and start using those threads and stitch with me. You can jump in anytime. You don't have to start at the beginning of the year. You don't have to start with leaf 1. You can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna stitch on this leaf today, and we're gonna do some bullion knots and some pistil stitches. I'm going to be using this Eleganza Perle cotton. It's EZ2104. It's a solid. I'm also going to be using EZM 1056 in a variegated color. We're going to put these two together and see how they turn out. I'm also going to be using a Milliner's 3 needle because we're going to be doing bullion knots and we're going to be wrapping stitches. So let's get started. I'm going to be stitching some little flowers in the center of this leaf, and we're going to do some bullion knots and some pistil stitches on the side. So let me show you how that's done. I'm going to come up to the top here, just like this. And I'm going to take a bite. And I'm going to wrap maybe 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do more. 2 more. Okay. And I've made a little bullion knot. So I'm going to anchor the stitch because you always have to anchor the stitch before you start the next one. And then I'm going to do one on this side and do the same thing. I'm going to do 10 wraps on this one. Okay, and I'm going to come down. I got to anchor my stitch down, and then I'm going to do another bullion knot on the other side. Just like this. Kind of makes a little flower. I'm going to wrap it. So here's something, I just split the threads here and I don't want to do that. Just notice that. So I don't want to split the threads. So I'm going to pull my needle back and reposition it just like that. Make sure you're pushing your wraps all the way to the base. Okay, makes a little flower. Okay, so I'm going to make several of these down the center of this leaf, and then we'll start the next part. I've finished the flowers here in the center of the leaf, and now I'm going to stitch some pistil stitches on either side, and then we'll stitch the edge. So I've got my needle threaded here. I'm using a Milliner's 3 needle because we're going to do a pistil stitch, which is a wrap stitch. So let's start at the bottom. We're going to come up right in between these 2 bullion knots. Right like that. We're going to wrap 2 times around the needle. And instead of like making a French knot and going back down where we came out, we're going to come out a little bit farther. Just like that. And I'm holding on to the stitch with my thumb and pulling the thread through. It makes a little stitch. So let's do it again. I come up on this side. I'm going to wrap it around twice. Let's pull that tight there and hold on to it. And that's what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do these other ones and I'll come right back. I finished the pistil stitches on this little leaf motif here. Now we're going to stitch around the leaf and we're going to do a whipped chain stitch. So we're going to do the chain stitch first, and I'm going to use my flower thread, and then I'm going to go back with a contrasting thread and do the whipped part. So here's how we do it. We're going to go up to the top of our work and we're going to take a little bite and make a chain stitch. And I'm working in the background close to the leaf. And I'm going to make this chain stitch all the way around, and then I'll come back and tell you about the next part. I've done the chain stitch all the way around the leaf, and now I'm going to do the whipped part, and we're going to do a whipped chain all the way around to finish this leaf. So I'm going to come up to the top really close to one of these stitches here. I'm going to use the back of my needle and I'm going to go underneath the chain stitch on each one. It makes a little braid. And I'm going to go all the way around and I'll show you the finished leaf. And there you have it, a finished leaf. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial about stitching a leaf. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook for the other leaves that'll be coming up. Happy stitching!
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more great tips, tricks, and tutorials. You can also sign up for our weekly newsletter to get the first look at free projects, sewing tips, and inspiring tutorials delivered right to your inbox. Check out the description box below to sign up, as well as find a list of stores and retailers that you can purchase WonderFil threads from in your country.